Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Kat. Alright, so for today's video, I am going to be doing a book haul. So recently I purchased 13 new books. I have absolutely no business buying new books because I have so many unread books. Like, I think I have like 80 unread physical books because I only read physical books and I should actually be going through those, but I don't know. Let me just get into the 13 books that I bought. Starting with No Exit by Taylor Adams. So I actually finished this book yesterday. I finished it in one day, in one sitting. It was pretty intense. No Exit basically is about Darby, who is on her way back home from college and she gets stuck in a terrible snowstorm. So she pulls over at a highway rest stop and she notices that the van parked next to her car has a little child in an animal crate in the back of that van. At the rest stop, there's 4 other strangers, so Darby suspects that one of those strangers kidnapped a child. So now she's on a mission of finding out who did it and try to free that child as well. The next book I bought is My Best Friend's Exorcism by Glendi. It's widely read during the fall time, or so I've heard. The only thing I really know about this book is that it's about 2 best friends. One of the friends gets possessed and it's up to the other friend to save her. I heard that it gives like a lot of Stranger Things vibes, and it's, I believe, set in the 80s, I want to say, so it gives like that kind of nostalgia. I do really love this cover. It's just so like classic horror type of cover, so I'm excited to eventually get to this one. Next one I have is Krampus by Brom. I read Slewfoot by Brom recently and I really loved that book, so I was like, I gotta pick up more of Brom's writings. And he is also a dark fantasy artist, and so in Slewfoot there was like these images of some of the characters and it was just so like creepy but really cool, and I believe Krampus also has some of those images somewhere in the middle of the book. I don't really know much about this book, but all I know is it has to do with Krampus, it has to do with Santa Claus. Maybe I should read this more during Christmas time, but definitely is like a Halloween-ish book, so I'm really excited to get to this eventually because, again, I really love Slewfoot by Brom, so I just want to keep reading more of his works. Next I have is Vampires, Hearts, and Other Dead Things by Margie Fuston. So this book basically is about a girl whose father is dying, and in this universe that this book is set in, vampires are known by humans, but they're in hiding. The main character and her dad, they love vampires, and since the dad is dying, the main character wants to find a vampire to turn her into a vampire so she can save her dad. That's all I really know about this. I heard it's cute, but I don't know much about it, and I haven't heard a lot of people talk about it, so it's going to be kind of a book that I'm going to go in without much knowledge, which is great. It's the best way to go into a book. I'm excited to read this too. Next, I have 2 Riley Sager books. I have Lock Every Door and Home Before Dark. These are my first Riley Sager books. I have never read this author before, but I heard a lot of great things, and I heard good things about these books. Like, these were very popular a while ago, and he was a very popular author a while ago too. I mean, I think he's still pretty popular, but at one point so many people were picking up these 2 books specifically. I thought, might as well give him a try, and what better time than during the fall when it's like almost Halloween. I'm excited to get into these. I don't know much, honestly. Lock Every Door has to do with the main character babysitting an apartment, and apparently weird creepy things happen, and she learns more about the history of the apartment building, whatever. And I think Home Before Dark has to do with like a haunted house. So again, don't know much, but I am excited to read Riley Sager. Okay, so next I have Death Dates the Oracle by Kristen. This is, I believe, the 15th book in the Nocturne Falls series. I thought the series ended, but then I saw this book came out just this year, not too long ago. I'm excited to just have this as part of the series collection. And then I have my sister's Big Fat Indian Wedding, and this is by Sajni Patel. And this is my first book by this author as well. I know she's a popular South Asian author. I decided to pick this up. A lot of it is because of this super bright and super colorful cover. I love the colors on this, like, it's so pretty. I don't really know what this is about either, other than the main character, Zuri. She's a talented violinist and she's competing to get into a school, I think, but her competition is during her sister's week-long wedding, and she was told not to miss any of the events or anything, so she has to figure out a way how to go to these competitions and be there for her sister's wedding. So yeah, I think it's going to be cute and fun, and I just can't wait till I read this author's novel. And then I have The Wicked Deep by Shea Earnshaw. I heard a lot of great things about this book. Apparently it's like small town vibes, coastal town vibes, but also like dark. I guess it's about sirens who are luring people in and they kill them or something every year. I don't really know, but something along those lines. I heard it is very creepy and eerie, and so I think it's the perfect time to read it. I've had my eye on this book for a while, so I'm glad that I finally got it. And then I bought 2 Glendi Vanderer books. So we have The Oceanography of the Moon, I hope I pronounced that correctly, and The Light Through the Leaves. I read Glendi Vanderer's book, Where the Forest Meets the Stars, I believe last year, and I loved that book so much. Oh my god, it was such a fantastic book, and I just fell in love with this author's writing so much, and the dialogues and the characters, and I learned that she has these 2 other books out, and I just had to buy it because I loved her writing. Like, it's amazing. And this author is also a biologist, and I feel like I could relate to her because I majored in biology too, so I feel like there's some connection there or something. I'm so excited to read her, mostly because of how much I loved The Forest Meets the Stars. I know these 2 books are gonna be good. I know it. Like, they're gonna be good. Then I have Mr. and Mrs. Witch, and this is by Gwenda Bond, and I'll be honest, I don't know anything about this book. I think it's about a witch and a witch hunter getting married. I don't know how that arrangement happened, but I guess they don't know that about each other. Like, I don't think he knows that she's a witch and she doesn't know that he's a witch hunter. So I think that's kind of like a fun concept to read about. I love witch books. I love being in a witch vibe, you know, especially this time of the year. The witchy genre is just in full force. Then I have Some Shall Break. This is by Ellie Marney. Second book in the None Shall Sleep series. I don't know if that's the name of the series, but the first book was None Shall Sleep. I'm kind of upset because there's these like streaks on it, and it just kind of ruins this beautiful, otherwise beautiful cover. Ellie Marney, again, my favorite author. I love her, although the last book I read by her, The Killing Code, was kind of a letdown. Yeah, but I'll just erase it from my memory. I did like None Shall Sleep. It's about teenage FBI agents. They're interviewing serial killers and whatnot, and I really don't know what the sequel is about. I have no idea, but I'm excited to read it because, again, I love Ellie Marney. Alright guys, so that's the end of my haul. Thanks for sticking around. If you did, let me know if you read any of these books. I'm sure people have read some of these books and what your thoughts are. I am excited to read some of these spookier books during this time of the year. I should just have a book buying ban on myself, but you know, that's not gonna happen. Like, I know that's not gonna happen. It's one of those things that you tell yourself you're not gonna buy new books and it just happens. It just happens. And again, my justification is I'm a working woman, I make my own money, so I'm gonna spend it how I see fit. Once I get my bills paid, I'm good. If I want to spend the rest of the money on food or books or whatever the heck, I'll do it just to keep my sanity in this insane world. Other than that, guys, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!